It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back January 23rd of the year 2025 when the Nashville Predators were in San Jose for late night hockey in the West Coast to take on the Sharks in the second of a home-and-home series. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines of defensemen in the following combination: Forsberg, Stamkos, and Marchessault, Nyquist, O'Reilly, and Heinz Rosa. Novak, Svechkov, LaRue, Smith, McCarron, and Sissons, Yossi, and Barron, Shea, and Blankenberg, Wilsby, and Jenny are defensive pairings. And Eustace and Noonan gets the start in net after coming in relief in the previous game and defeating these same San Jose Sharks. We're 43 seconds into the first period. Noonan coming up with a save on Ceci. That's the first shot on goal of the game at the 2:09 mark of the first period. Zetterlund onto the box, 2 minutes for tripping. That allows Gus Nyquist to break through for the Nashville Predators on the power play with his 8th goal of the season. It was a weak side one-timer off of Tommy Novak's feet. This gives the Nashville Predators a 1-0 lead at the 4:51 mark of the first period. Tommy Novak with his 7th goal of the season. He pounces on a loose puck that made its way through the defenseman's feet, and he finishes strong right there. Tommy Novak with 2 quick points here early in the first period. The Predators with a 2-0 lead. 6:53 now at the first period. It's Philip Forsberg with his 17th goal of the season. That's right. The Nashville Predators have a 3-0 lead over San Jose. Quite the opposite of what happened at Bridgestone Arena just the other night when the Sharks pounced and got out to a huge lead. Will it be the same type of game? Right after the third goal for the Predators, 6:54 now of the first period. Smith versus Luke Cunnin, 5 minutes each. We set up for the next face-off, and then we find McCarron versus Goudreau, 5 minutes each. We set up for the next face-off, and then we find LaRue versus Delandria, 5 minutes each. So 3 fights in a total of 4 seconds of game time. And then at the 8:12 mark, once the Sharks are engaged in this game now, it's Kovachenko getting his 6th goal of the season with a close-range deflection, getting San Jose on the board. The Preds still lead 3-1. 11:55 of the first period. Now it's a Noonan coming with a save on Ferraro, 13:21, and a save on Cunnin. But at 16:34, Ferraro breaks through for the Sharks again, his 5th goal of the season. He was left alone, and he put the puck in the top corner with all that time and space. The Predators still hold a lead, but it's quickly closing. 3-2 now in favor of the Preds. 18:04 of the first period. Noonan coming in with a save on Eklund. 18:51, Will Smith hits the crossbar, and in 19:17 the first. Tommy Novak also would go on to hit the iron. We hit the end of an incredibly eventful first period with the Nashville Predators leading 3-2 and out shooting the San Jose Sharks 14-11. We are 1:38 into the second period, and it's Philip Forsberg with his 18th goal. This isn't a wraparound slam, takes advantage of Askarov overplaying the previous shot and being overly aggressive. Forsberg's already 2nd goal of this game. That gives the Predators a 4-2 lead. 3:19 in the second period now. Noonan comes up with a stop on Wallman. 5:42 of the second. Askarov comes up with a save on Yossi off of the rush. The 6:49 mark, we see Granlund pick up a penalty, 2 minutes for hooking, and that is going to lead to Steven Stamkos cashing in on the power play for the Nashville Predators with his 17th goal of the season. He finds the loose puck in the crease. It was trickling, and he finishes the play off. Askarov lost containment of that shot. Nashville now leads 5-2. We're midway through this game at the 10:17 mark of the second period. Stamkos off the box. 2 minutes for slashing. Noonan comes up with a save on Zetterlund. But the 12:39 mark of the second is Thrun with his 1st goal of the season. The power play continuation for the San Jose Sharks leads to a wrist shot. Lots of pressure and lots of zone time for the Sharks, wearing down the Preds D, who ultimately just collapsed under the pressure here. 5-3 still in favor of the Nashville Predators. 13:54 of the second period. Zetterlund's 14th goal now. Noonan taken out by Blankenberg. An empty net, easy finish. Now suddenly we're at a 5-4 hockey game. The 14:13 mark of the second period, we find Cole Smith off to the box. A 5-minute match penalty for a hit to the head. Also, McCarron and Liljegren off to the box, 2 minutes each, but it's going to be a 5-minute major power play for the San Jose Sharks, and Celebrini is cashing in with his 15th goal of the season. A wrist shot from the slot with 3:52 remaining on the major power play. The Predators would be able to maintain their composure, shut things down, and Noonan would come up with one more big save on Wahlstrom before we hit the end of the second period. It's 5-4 in favor of the Nashville Predators. They're out shooting San Jose 23-22. We flip over to the backside of the sheet, and we find the beginning of the third period. We're 48 seconds in, and it's thrown off the box. 2 minutes for holding the stick. Askarov comes up with a save on Stamkos, then comes up with another save on LaRue at the 5:05 mark of the third period. It's Askarov coming up with a save on Shea. 6:20 of the third, it is Askarov coming up with a save on Svechkov. The Predators buzzing here at the beginning of the third. 6:36 now of the third period. It's Gaudreau off the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Just out of nowhere, absolutely buries Philip Forsberg next to the net. That allows Svechkov to walk in and use the traffic for the screen, and selfishly, he takes that shot and puts his 6th goal of the season into the net. That's also the 6th goal of the game for the Nashville Predators, making it 6-5 in favor of the Preds here in the third period. Again, with a 6-5 score in the third period in this series. 8:36 now of the third. It's Noonan coming with a save on Celebrini. At the 11-minute mark, Noonan comes up with another save on Ceci. At the 11:23 mark, Ruda is off the box. 2 minutes for putting the puck over the glass. Askarov comes up with a save on Stamkos, but then Stamkos picks up a penalty. 2 minutes for slashing 1 minute into the power play, creating a 4-on-4 as the San Jose Sharks were looking to gain some shorthanded offensive rush time. It was Steven Stamkos picking up the penalty. And Noonan comes up with a save on Will Smith on the 2-on-1. Then Noonan comes up with a save on Celebrini. The puck loose. Blankenberg with the kick save. And the Nashville Predators bailed out right here with strong support by everyone on the rink. And Noonan comes up with a save on Celebrini again. No stick this time. Pounces on that rebound. Finally gets the whistle. And this was a mighty big moment and scramble in the third period for Justus and Noonan of the Nashville Predators, keeping that lead at 1. 15:54 the period. Askarov comes with a save on LaRue. 17:04 Askarov a save on Barron. 18:24 Noonan a save on Toffoli. And finally at 18:47 Noonan a save on Wallman. The Predators get out of this one with a 6-5 victory in San Jose, out shooting Sharks 38-35. And winning the 2-game home-and-home series by a score of 7-5 at Bridgestone Arena and 6-5 out there in San Jose. These two teams will meet one more time, but honestly, I think they should just let these two teams keep playing each other. Very much looking forward to the third time they get together. I mean, it's just loose and free and goals going in everywhere, plus big hits, fights. There's a lot of good things going on when a 7th place and an 8th place team get together, but the Predators had a chance to take advantage of a team below them in the standings. Yes, below them in the standings, and they pounced, picking up all 4 points from the San Jose Sharks this week. And now it's a 5-game win streak, the 4 at home and now 1 on the road. 1 more on the road in Anaheim. We're talking about it. We're previewing it, and we're just finished up with the Reverse Sports full game recap. Let's get to analysis, box score, and so much more coming up on the other side of this right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.